Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you're happy watching. This is Going Tokyo coming at you with some more Binding Isaac. Rep, baby. Quill, lovely to see you. You could bounce around the room like a DVD screensaver, all you like. That sounds joyous and lovely. And I didn't, Brain Meats, please. I need you to work with me. I saw your message yesterday and I didn't answer it because everything got wacky. But I did see it, and having constant guests does sound like it would be a lot, and not the good kind of lot, like the shitty kind of lot. I don't know why you got so many guests though. Is it are your parents just dragging folks in off the streets? Cause that'd be a kind of a crap thing to do. So I'm expecting the answer is yes. Who do we want? I want to play somebody really easy. I've got no brain power today. I had the folks, sister, my brother-in-law, and my niece, and my nephew. Fucking hell! I would say that's at least 4 people too many. Wait, no, hold on. Parents? That's 2. Brother-in-law, sister, brother-in-law and sisters, that's 4. That's 6 people too many. Easily. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. I can count. Or maybe 4. It might be 4 people too many, depending on how you feel about your niece or your nephew. Floppable, lovely to see you. Hope you're doing very well tonight. Hope that life is, being kind to you. Being gentle. I would like to manifest that for everybody. I got sick with a cough, and I feel like garbage emotionally. I can understand both of those feelings, actually. I've been I think I'm on the downside of a cold. I'm not quite so coughy. I'm not quite so goopy. But I definitely have been. It's gotten cold, so I've been promoted to the role of Debbie's favorite cat bed. That is the best role, though. I love that. I love that for both you and Debbie. Unless you've got to, like, at some point go to the bathroom, in which case, that might be trouble. Once it was the top of a cat cave, now it's me. I am trapped perpetually. See, now that's going to be the issue. Quill says I have to do so much stuff and my executive dysfunction is killing me. That's also definitely a mood. I had a whole laundry list of stuff to do today. That didn't, amusingly enough, include laundry. On account of I did that last night, but that laundry list of stuff did not get done because today was a mess. Today was a mess, and we're probably gonna talk about that. It's gonna need maybe like a couple of CWs on it. So, but I got tomorrow off of work. Kinda. I mean, I do have it off of work, but I do have to spend the morning in the hospital. Okay is such a relative term. I am not a danger to myself, nor am I in danger from others. I think would probably be the best way to put that. So, yes, currently okay. But today was a lot. Today was a lot. Do we need to start some fires? Not this time. I mean, maybe, but yeah. Give it a. I'm processing how to tell this story. Because I got the feeling I kind of need to tell it, but it's also not like particularly easy or fun, so kind of noodling that. But excitement-ish. I am the proud owner of 6 new stitches and the proud not owner of 9,700 yen, so there's that. That kind of sucked. But yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. Yeah. This might actually end up being a shorter stream tonight because I am legit totally exhausted. And the doctor did say that I should try to get to the hospital as early as possible because otherwise the waiting room will fill up. And she's like, you don't want to waste your whole day here. No, I do not. So we might only do like one run and then kind of, maybe that'll be the plan. Maybe we'll do like this one run and then we'll take like maybe 20 minutes to talk about what I need to talk about and then just kind of call it an evening. That should give anybody else a chance to get in as well, but not be so long that I have to worry about folks filtering out to sleep. Hopefully this run will not require too much brain power. The offering of fire is always there if you should ever be in need of its aid. I appreciate that. I deeply do appreciate that, but this is unfortunately not anything I can lay at anyone's door beyond my own. So I like employment of fire in this situation would just be burning down my apartment. So and I kind of need my apartment to live in. So probably not so much with the fire. I don't know. Oh yeah, that played out pretty well, actually. We're just. You gave me this lovely keeper's sack, which is a phrase I generally wouldn't want to have to say, but it's Isaac, so... Oh, Evelyn! Wow, you chose a day to show up. Planning on starting to come out at one of my jobs tomorrow. That sounds wonderful. I'm really excited about that. Is this, like... Because I know you got, like, the good job and you got the so-so job. Like, in regards to this, I'm assuming that this is the good job? Yeah, this is the good job. Good. Because they sound like they've been pretty darn supportive of you. One should hope that trend would continue. What happened? Hope everything is well, since I'm not sure what to make of what you said. Everything is a lot. I'm safe. But today wasn't a good day, and I kind of feel like I should probably talk about that. But the story might be a little bit of a lot for folks. It's not like happy times at the beach, so I have asked folks not to use violence. Although I appreciate the offer. I dearly appreciate the offer. But unfortunately, this is not a can be solved with violence situation. But mostly I was just I kind of wish I had like, because you don't get a chance to drop in very often is the thing, which is understandable. That's not like a show up more often type of deal, but more like, I kind of wish that I had a cheerful story for you. I'd much rather share a cheerful story than a shitty one. Oh god, that sucked. That was... Game, you really, like... You really did me on that one. That was well played. Considering the statement about balance, I'm a little bit concerned and I'm pretty confused because I'm not clued in on anything. Okay, well, like... Okay, so the thing is that nobody is. This is something... Well... I've talked about a little bit with Hive, but I haven't really been open with chat about, because I've been thinking about how I wanted to discuss it, and I kind of feel like regardless of if I have a good way to discuss it, it's probably something I do need to discuss more openly. But you're not lacking any information that anybody else has. Well, except for Hive, but Hive is one of my mods, so that explains that. And Floppable did offer burning things. Gonna pull a Trogdor? Trogdor! The good news is I do have my laundry done. And my grocery shopping. If you don't want to discuss it at the moment, that's fine. You should do what's... and if you do, that's fine too. Do whatever you think is best. I am going to talk about it. I was telling folks I was going to do this one run, to give people like a chance to drop in, because I know that we've always got some folks that show up like around the 45-minute point, and then I'm going to tell my story, and then I'm probably going to call it an early evening after that, because I am so tired. Like, not even emotionally tired, like I am just physically exhausted. But that's what the plan's looking like. Consummate V's, consummate! Indeed. My partner and I have been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and so in a mix of, oh, this joke is still pretty funny, oh, wait, oh yeah, that's gross, as well as them going, Flop, why the fuck is your impression of the Bridge series version of Tristan actually good? What's the I don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged is. I mean, I can guess from the name, but was this like a special version that was done in the States, or was it like Robotech? Or not Robotech, what was the cartoon that was like a chopped down version of Robotech? It wasn't Voltron, was it? I'm glad that you got a chance to drop in as well. It really does mean a lot to me to know that you're doing pretty well. Oh, it's a fan parody. Gotcha. Now I've I don't think I've seen that last room. Almost the entire time I've been playing Isaac, and now I've gotten it twice in 2 runs. Also, I need that money. The creators made an effort to improve his humor in recent years, so it doesn't punch down so much, though. Oh, so it's still an ongoing series. Oh wait, hold on a second. Abridging is re-editing a show with new voice to mock or tribute the source material. I did not know this. I have learned a completely new thing today, and that's not even a joke. I always thought abridged just meant that it was chopped up, like the OED abridged dictionary. That is pretty neat. I feel like quite possibly at least a year less old now. I still need to read more of Yu-Gi-Oh! I've been really interested in it, but I haven't had the opportunity to really get into it. The only thing I know about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like the rival character is the son of an arms manufacturer who like throws away his dad's empire to start an amusement park just to fuck up Yugi. Like just to prove that he's cooler than Yugi. And that it's very, very gay. In the most non-pejorative sense of that term. The original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga is... hold on a second. Fudge. I missed it. Hold on, let me scroll up like two shakes. Flopple says the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga is wild, in my opinion. It's like, yeah, okay, Yu-Gi is basically Saw with magic powers. Then at some point it becomes a card game. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged guy was an old hat from the Newsgrounds Flash days, if I recall correctly. I did not know. See, I miss like the Newgrounds stuff completely. Which is funny because like I played Super Meat Boy and like OG Isaac, but only through Steam. Like I never played them through Newgrounds. I never played like the Flash, I guess, like the OG Flash. Evelyn has been reading through Berserk, and whilst I won't get into it, it's also been a lot, but it's also extremely good. I've told my story about like my first time encountering Berserk in the wild. I think I've told that story like many times, so I won't tell it again. Except to say that I joined the series at possibly the worst possible time. Decided I didn't really need to continue it. In the manga, Kaiba spends billions of yen to build a theme park dedicated to murdering Yugi for beating him. Okay, so I saw that, and now I'm caught up. The only other thing I know about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it had a tremendously difficult PS2 game that was loosely based on the War of the Roses, which seems kind of like a lot. I watched a kid stream it, and it looked like a miserable experience, honestly. But like the fact that they had, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's also the War of the Roses. Like, why? You know, just kind of like, why? Evelyn says I'm a little young for Newgrounds, which is really weird considering I'll be an adult in a little over 4 months. I mean, time just goes up. It gets up and it goes on you. I was looking through some videos. I was looking through one of my playlists, and because I needed a reference for a video that I was making recently, and I realized like they're all already like from 3 years ago. I've already been in Tokyo for like 2. Flavel says, in the show too, the card game is based off of ancient Egyptian pharaohs played with magic and monsters, and all I can say is, okay, which pharaoh ran a Dragon Maid deck? Was it Khufu? I bet it was Khufu. Is Newgrounds still around? Because, like, Flash is dead, right? Like, the actual Flash as a functioning program is dead? It still exists. Also, I missed something from Holly. From Holly. And I should point that out because Evelyn, I don't think that you're here for that, but Quill has decided to take out the name Holly for a spin, and it seems to be working pretty gosh darn good for her. So we'll all do well to try to keep that in mind. I don't know how Newgrounds is functional, but it's still there. Oh, Newgrounds Connoisseur is a teen. Got a ton of old Flash games and animations on disc somewhere. Spelt like Holly. Everybody asks that, and it still feels so weird. And yes, I know Holly with an I, but now Holly, so like you've got these Flash games. This is gonna sound like a complete old person question, and it is a complete old person question. But I'm asking because I'm old and I honestly don't get it. Like, was Flash a program that you could download and put on your computer so that you could still operate these games? So you could still run these games? Or was Flash like something through the internet? Okay. Gotcha. That makes a lot more sense now. So when people say that like Flash is like, cause I thought that Flash died is the thing? That's what I guess I'm a little bit confused about, because like if it's a program that exists and anybody could just download that program and program with it, then how would Flash be dead? Am I making any sense? I'm probably not. Flash was a program and a browser. You made stuff in Adobe Flash and uploaded it. Oh, okay. I am slightly more on the trolley. Thank you. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to follow. Or not follow, but process? Process is the better word. Are you gonna pop up here, buddy? Thank you. I would like these cards. My IT classes in high school were based around using Flash. Made some god-awful animations. I'm sure they were cute. I'm sure they were super cute. Someday you'll look back at those animations, you'll be like, oh gosh, that was little Holly. You might even daw. In my high school, we had to make the most rudimentary dressing... Wait. The most rudimentary dressing game when learning Flash. What? Why a dressing game? Like, that seems like a very odd choice. In my high school, we just played Oregon Trail and we learned how to type. Like, our computer science class was learning how to touch type. I was quite good at it. I should have been a stenographer. Get to wear, like, the neat little pencil skirt? I would have looked really good. Put my hair up, like in a like a swoopy curly thing. I could have done the look. Dress-up games were extremely popular for early Flash because devs made SO easily with very little code. Oh, okay. So, that's SO capitalized as in so easily, not like standard compliance unit or something like that. Oregon Trail still has some of the best graphics and storytelling in video game history. All I know is that everybody tried to die so that they could leave really rude tombstones about other people. That was like the goal in high school Oregon Trail. You're like, so-and-so died of diarrhea. So-and-so died of dysentery. I did make it to Oregon, though. I was a successful trailer. Now I'm trying to remember if Death Road to Canada is basically just Oregon Trail, and I think it kinda is, isn't it? Okay, this dude sucks, and he has to die, like, immediately. I should have never actually played Oregon Trail before. You're not missing much. I mean, I guess you're missing a piece of pre-internet computer history, but like as an actual game qua game was not very fun. It was not good. I love Tetris, so hopefully that makes up for it. I mean, you don't got nothing to make up for. You don't gotta prove your bona fides. Unless you want to prove your bona fides, I guess. I didn't realize how badly I needed this today. I'm glad that we can be here for you. Like, I'm just really super glad that we can be here for you. Now I gotta think of, like, happy story. Balance things out. Do I have any good news? Oh fudge! Oh fudge! Oh fudge! Oh come on! God damn it! I've been playing through Ace Attorney's 1 recently, and that's been quite the adventure. Yeah, do tell. What is the see, I've never played Ace Attorney. If we're looking to prove who's the real gamer girl, I love watching lawyers slam their hands on desks. I mean, I was gonna say objection, but I agree. But then I couldn't remember what the opposite of objection is. Stories don't need to be happy. It's good to have some space for me to be me after repressing all week. That's yes. Yeah. And it means a lot that this can be your space. But I very much want you to also have your space. And I'm really like, I'm sending out get out of the house soon vibe thoughts at your folks. I don't know if it's working because I've never been confirmed as having psychic powers. But consider, Holly, I've also never been confirmed as not having psychic powers. So the possibility is there. I may your parents, as we speak, may be growing more and more uncomfortable with the house. They see ghostly visions of a strange woman with only one sock on, being like, "Get out!" I'm almost done with the first game, but I'm like a quarter way through the fourth case, which is 5 hours long, and the final one is 8 hours long, so that'll be fun. So, excuse me, sorry about that. I come to realize now, as you say that my only knowledge of Ace Attorney is through memes and fan art, and I have no actual conception of what the gameplay is like. So when you say like this case was 5 hours long and the last case is 8 hours long, like 5 hours doing what? Is it mini games? Is it like a visual novel? Is it a mix of both? I was gonna say that in my head, my image was Danganronpa, and then I realized that I also have no idea what the gameplay in Danganronpa is. So, you know. Basically imagine a defense attorney and a prosecutor yelling objection at each other. Well, like, so that's the part I get. Like, that's the part I get from the memes, but what I don't like, is there a rhythm game aspect to this? Like, do you have to do a QTE? If you object too early, then will like your objection not count? Is this like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, where it was basically just trivia until you could figure out, like, from the clues who the villain was? Also, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego is how I learned what toe-headed meant. Because that was always a descriptor in that game, and I had no fucking idea what it was supposed to mean. Like, what is toe-headed? How can you? What do you mean toe-headed? You mean like you hitch up like a truck to the back of their head and you just yank it? You have to object and then present an argument based on the clues you have access to at that point in the game. So it's a fabulous game. Like, don't get me wrong, this is no slight towards Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, because it is top notch. It's a top notch game. But I guess it's kind of my image here. I also found out that Zoombinis is on Steam, and I kind of want to buy it. What's a Zoombini? Is it like very fast convenience stores? The best way to explain it is you can collect various pieces of evidence, and you have to use that evidence to find holes in various testimonies, and testimonials, and oh god, this is gonna hit me. And find out what the truth of the matter is, and you can press witnesses for extra information on what happened, which can be used to make them slip up and say something wrong. Okay. Okay, I can envision that. And then I guess like do you actually go out and investigate, or is this like, is the evidence automatically generated? And you do go out and investigate. Okay. And Zumbinis are little purple jelly bean dudes who are part of a 1998 educational game. Is this like one of those deals where the 7-Up game, like the 7-Up game where it was actually really good, and it was just hiding behind a absurd marketing tie-in?
Queen of Hearts.
Because I've heard that Cool Spot is actually a very solid platformer that nobody played because they just figured it's like it's a brand tie-in, it's gonna suck. I will kill you with a power fly. I'll tell you if Zuminis is good when I play it this side of the millennium. And apparently MC Kid isn't half bad as a platformer either. What one was MC Kid? Because like I don't remember that at all.
Something's wrong.
Oh, Mick Kid! Okay! I thought like MC, like a DJ? And I was gonna continue the bit that wasn't actually a bit, but then I realized I couldn't remember any artists that had MC in their name, except for MC Hammer. And it just seemed impossible that they would have made an MC Hammer game. I remember there was like a... Wasn't there a Skittles adventure RPG? Or action RPG? That was a thing that actually existed, right? Well, I mean, if it's called MC Kids, it should be like based on MC Escher. I call bullshit and shenanigans bullshit and shenanigans on that. These are some prime shenanigans. Personally, I'm literally just waiting until June to see if anything interesting is announced. Need Atlas to announce a new Persona game. Since there hasn't been a new one in over 3 years, they've got something in the works, but nothing to suggest we'll see it this year. What was the gap between Persona 4 and Persona 5? Because like that was a whole 2 systems, wasn't it? Because Persona 3 and why did it say Persona 2 and Persona 5? Persona 3 and Persona 4 were both PlayStation 2 jams, right? 7 years, I believe, which is exactly... Oh, that sucked. Which is actually the same time now since P5. Excuse me? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I need to just check that. Did you say that Persona 5 released in 2016? That can't be right. Right? That's gotta be some kind of misinformation. Persona 5, I'm afraid, came out like last year. Did it not?
Joker.
I hate everything. I hate the inexorable march of time, and I would like, honestly, I feel like I don't get to be, and nor should I. It's not an attractive look. I don't get to be a Karen very often, but I kind of feel like I would like to see Life's Manager. I would like to have a discussion about time, because it's going a little bit too quick here, is the thing. I feel like it's moving just a bit too quickly. Persona 5 Strikers was in 2020. I'm just I know it's the oldest joke in the book that time is always moving, but I do kind of feel like this is a little bit too quick. Just a little bit. Cause I swear to God, I was just playing fucking P5 Strikers. And now granted, I didn't buy it like right off the chump, because I got it for free on PS Plus, but... Oh, that part, I mean, we've talked about that, though. Like, Jurassic Park came out in my childhood. Ergo, it's, like, I can conceptualize it as being old. Like, that's not so difficult for me to conceptualize. It's stuff that still reads as recent to me that I have trouble with. Bloodborne is 8 years old. Alien? Okay, so that one fucks me up. That one really fucks me up. And I don't know why. Like, Bloodborne is 8 years old. It's like, oh yeah, that okay, I could totally see that. Bloodborne's old. Alien Isolation, a game that, like, comparatively nobody fucking talks about, and that one's the one that's like, that's, yeah, okay. See, that also is very strange. As much as I rag on Sumo, and as much as Sumo deserves it, they have been shepherding the franchise for longer than Media Molecule ever did. Like, that's just simply a fact. Alien Isolation used some pretty fancy indirect lighting techniques that still holds up today. Like, I remember like a lot of people talking about it when it came out. Like, I remember it being a big splash. But like, since then, I don't feel like I remember anybody talking about it. Okay, Rag Mega, I need you to just die. Honestly, this is uncouth, deeply uncivilized. I remember the LBP 10th anniversary, the 10th anniversary of LBP 1 5 years ago. That one's kind of funny because I was recording at the time, and I was doing the old show, and I did a big gag for the 9th anniversary because I had legitimately confused it with the 10th. Oh, I like that. Oof. I mean, I knew in the show, like, I knew before I set up the gag that I had made the mistake. That's why I set up the gag the way I did. Hi, says, I remember you could go into the INI files on PC, turn everything up beyond what the game menu lets you, and it still ran well. That's probably the last time that happened. I wonder, like, where they would go with Persona 6. Like, if they're... Because the Persona stories are loosely connected, right? And in this latest Persona story, like, we did have the Prime Minister of Japan, late Shinzo Abe, involved in a giant scandal and have to step down, so I wonder if that has any effect on the game world of Japan. Holly says, you know, it's weird transitioning because I want time to advance so I can see the changes, but also I'm still getting older and everything. I'm glad that you're getting older. Which probably sounds like a weird thing to say, but it pleases me that you are here and having the opportunity to do so. I definitely feel... Regret is not the right word precisely, but... I mean, a little bit sad that I wouldn't have the quote-unquote youth I ought to have had, but I am glad that I'm still aging. 2012 was 70 years ago. I mean, like, that sounds about right, honestly. Still working on having a positive life goal rather than living for others, but I'm getting better at living my own life. I'd love to hear that. That makes me inordinately pleased. And that means that I cannot count how pleased I am. It took me a very long time to actually put together what that word, like, literally means. How old is Magic? The MTG? Oh shit, Godhead? I don't mind if I do. I will take that Godhead. I will drink your milkshake. This run's gonna be a winner. I mean, quite literally, it's not inconceivable that we lose, but it's going to be quite hard. MTG turns 30 this year. Nice. I was just thinking about MTG the other day, and I don't know why. I mean, there was the Pinkertons thing, but I was actually thinking about it for some other reason, and I don't remember now. That same hat, floppable. Same hat. Fucking Jurassic Park is slightly older than MTG. I remember the first deck of cards I bought for MTG because some shady kid had convinced the card shop owner that he should be able to make like starter decks, because at the time starter decks were just like 60 random cards. I mean, there was a balance of land in them, like, so that you could actually technically play them, but they were straight up like, it was like 5 booster packs like stapled together. So our shady kid is like, yeah, so here's what you should let me do, is you should let me like go through the box of starter decks and let me open all the starter decks, and I'll make decks out of those that kids can buy so that the kids could actually play the game straight off, and I'll just like I'll just hold on to any cards that aren't, you know, particularly useful or worthwhile. And the shop owner was like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, that sounds great, yeah, go ahead, do that. So I got a deck that was like, it was pretty pure trash, and who knows how many rares that kid ended up finagling out of that deal. I best be off now so I could sleep well. Okay, you have a wonderful sleep. You already know the story, so you are... Excuse is not the right word. You're not going to be missing out on any information. But please do sleep well. Only good dreams, or I shall be vexed and wroth. Magic starter decks still suck, but they're like... They are themed now, right? Like, they do kind of fit together. Oh, Jilly Beans, lovely to see you. I hope that you're doing very well today. Excuse the cough. They are indeed vaguely deck-shaped. Okay. I know Vitez was doing vaguely deck-shaped starters, but I don't remember when that started. Let's grab the negative. Let's grab the key piece, and we're gonna kill this angel very quick. I'm well but sleepy. That is, I resonate with that mood. You know, I could take technology, or do I take Lost Fly and become Beelzebub? I'm gonna be silly and take Lost Fly and get Beelzebub. This is a very silly thing for me to do, because technology would have won us the game, like, just guaranteed, but I would rather be Lord of the Flies. Also, Lost Fly is pretty badass. Yu-Gi-Oh's structure decks are weird in that they're designed to be semi-decent if you buy 3 of them. Okay. That's odd. All I remember is, like, the Vitez decks were all... They were all, like, clan-themed. But I honestly don't know how playable they were, because they started doing that after I came over here to Japan. But I do remember that the Mulk deck, the... what's the word that I want? Not mascot, but like the key character in the Mulk deck was a Mulk named Gem Ghastly, and she was like the Mulk of all times. I encourage everybody and anybody to look up her picture, because it's just goofy as fuck. She's very much got a picture that you look at and you're just like, oh yeah, she's a Mulk. Just a quick drive-by. I'll have to get reeds for our fish pond. You have a... Des, do you live in a fucking manor? Like, seriously? I swear, every couple months you come out with something that's like... She lives in the house from, like, Knives Out. You've got a fucking conservatory and a fish pond! What the hell? Do you have like an old-timey swords case? Gem Ghastly spotted in every nightclub simultaneously. Really though? Holly? Yes? I looked at her and I felt like reflective embarrassment. Like the reason that I can't watch cringe comedies. Like she's got try hard tattooed all over her forehead. I've never heard of personal fish ponds. I have a hard time, like, conceptualizing how you live, Des. Not in a bad way, but just, like, I feel like you live on an estate? Correct me if I'm wrong, but there are horses in your neighborhood? I could buy Gem Ghastly for $1? Oh, you mean, like, on eBay. Okay. 'Cause I was thinking, that's a lot to say. That's, like, a pretty harsh thing to say about a person. Good old Gem Ghastly. I don't believe so. Evelyn? I don't believe so, but the water needs it to stop going green, and for shade from herons trying to get them. The koi? Do herons, like, are herons the natural enemy of koi? I'd never be so crude about local hero Gem Ghastly. She is the Mulk of all time. She's not but my favorite Mulk. Like, I've got other Mulks from BTES that I do like a lot more, but she's up there. What a jerk! You should tell that heron to stop. You should say, yo heron, if you do that again, I'm gonna get up in your grill. They looked at this woman and said, that's a responsible Mulk. Look up, Quill, look up Roxanne, Retrix of the 13th Floor, who is also a Primogen and is also fabulous. She's very like Darlene from Roseanne, and I love her. She is my goals. Mulks get like the best card art because they all look like they're having a good time.
Speed up.
The Prince of Miami's running around with a water pistol and a Beavis and Butthead t-shirt, and it's hilarious. Everybody loves Gilbert Duane. Roxanne, Retrix of the 13th Floor. Alright, we got the negative. Right, remember to go down. Which sounds like some kind of arrow thing, and it's not. It's not like that. Well, I hope that you get your reads all worked out, and I hope that I don't know, is she though? Like, Holly, is she? Cause she looks like she's having a time, but I don't know if she looks like she's having a bad time. I am not taking fucking Dr. Fetus. Wait, is that Dr. Fetus or is that Epic Fetus? I think it's Epic Fetus, and I don't want it. The newer Malky Malks are a little bit more hit and missy as far as like how cool their art is, but the OG Malks, like the art that they got for those sets are so good. Evelyn says, I remember you recommending me Final Fantasy VI last stream, and it's actually out on PS4 now as a pixel remaster, and it looks absolutely amazing and beautiful. It's, like, I don't know how they've handled the remastering, because I haven't seen any pictures from it, but, like, it was a gorgeous game in the day, and I would say that it would probably hold up, even still. There's an Austin Powers CD. I am not TCG. I'm not shocked. Like, seriously, Quill? There were Holly. There were TCGs of every fucking thing. There was a WWF TCG. Star Trek and Star Wars both had TCGs. The NFL had a TCG. If it was under the sun, there was a TCG of it. It was a very messy time. I am not taking Cursed Penny, thank you very much, because it is garbage, and I do not want it. Oh shit! The Austin Powers cards are super graphic design is my passion. I love that. Oh, that stuff sucks. Give me something cool. A lot of them were though, like just a lot of the late TCGs were just ugly as fuck. I remember, like, we tried, this was before, like, the super big TCG boom, but was kind of in the, I guess, the early TCG boom, where they weren't making, like, TCGs of every property yet. But they had gone through a lot of the geek properties already, and we tried to do a game of Chaos Magic where basically you could field cards from every TCG, and you had to, like, I can't remember exactly how we worked it out, but basically you had to kit bash the rules so that the rules were the closest to whoever was defending against you. I think that's how it worked. All I know is that I used the Borg ship to do a car bomb assassination against somebody's Shivan Dragon. And it was kind of a lot. For those who know, the final boss of Final Fantasy VII, imagine Supernova in the remake. The final boss of Final Fantasy VII was just Sephiroth, though, right? Go to the fish place. Get your fish sorted. The poor things. They're probably sitting there like, why isn't our mother caring for us? I'm thinking about Jeff Gasly. Holly, I love this. I hope you don't mind that I love this, but I love it. I think everybody should be introduced to the joy that is Jeff Gasly. I'd be too... I bet, you know... I bet she's really lonely. I bet she gets a lot of that. She's just like, I want to make connections with people, and they're all afraid of me. They all think I'm too cool. I knew Sephiroth even before I played an RPG. I'll have to find Nemo. Find that fish! Alright, we're off to kill Satan. And probably Mega Satan? I mean, we've got the key for Mega Satan. I don't know if we're gonna actually get it sorted. You stay safe out there, okay, Des? I need to play more of Final Fantasy VII. Now, Evelyn, when you say that, like, do you mean Final Fantasy VII as in the remaster, or do you mean Final Fantasy VII as in the OG? I actually low-key want to try Final Fantasy VIII again and see if it's as bad as I remember, or if that was just me being unfair. Hail Satan! All I remember about 8 was like, you had the cowardly cowboy sniper and the dude with the face tattoos, and like those just seem to be bad looks. Okay. Technically, remaster is the term used in referring to Final Fantasy OG on modern platforms, and the new one is the remake. I should have taken that guppy trinket. I spent the weekend at my parents', got to meet my new nephew. He's a little dude and pretty cute. Sounds like you had a delightful time, possibly even a delectable time. Now, when you say the, like, The new nephew, like, quite new, right? Like, not even vaguely close to making coherent sounds yet new. Now, if one of you would be so good as to give me dead cat, why, you know, game, you could have been cool. Very fresh! This kid is certified fresh! Oh my god! I love it! I think we should refer to children as fresh more often now. Like they're produce! That's a funny joke, game. Why you gotta be like that? Remaster's just taking a good and updating it visually and stuff. Remake is from the ground up, a complete recreation of the new game in a new engine. Okay, so then the Resident Evil stuff, those are remakes and not remasters. Of course they are, because it's right there in the title, right? Game, you know, it would be really, really cool if you would give me, not the shovel, that's surprisingly not what I need. Are we gonna do this? This is senseless. Ergo, I must do it. Oh! That was less senseless than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more exciting. Instead, we've got something that we're gonna bully Satan with. Which, I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like that's all we need. Oh shit, give me Guppy. You cowards. Fuck yes. Who's a dead cat? Me. Apple core, nothing more. Who's a dead cat? Me. I would like that, thank you very much. I would also like this, thank you very much. We are Guppy now. Hi, I'm Holly. It has been 30 seconds since I last looked at Jeff Gasly. Have I created a monster? Holly, I am so sorry. I feel like I did a thing now, and I don't know if I did a good thing. Are you gonna be okay? Should we have an intervention? If they release I can speak. If they released the original Resident Evil 4 and just gave it a fresh coat of paint, that's a remaster. The new RE4 is a remake. Gotcha. Oh shit, are we also Spider Baby? I lost my 30-second chip. I don't know. I feel like I have done something bad. I need something. I don't know what the platonic opposite of Gem Ghastly is, but I kind of feel like I need to find it for you. Like the antidote? Hey! Alright, we'll take funny horns. Let's get this sorted. Shall we? Where's my Mega Satan door? No, but seriously, where's my Mega Satan door? I would like Mega Satan now. Wait, what? Wait, did they like fuck off and hide the door on me? Oh shit, we took Bob's brain on accident. I hate it. Wait, what the fuck? No, you can't teleport away the Mega Satan door. That's not how this works, game. Looking at her artwork, it's amazing how far the alt scene has come since her release. She's got like 3 small tattoos on her hand, and that's it. You know? It's it's a whole new world now. I love that even if we die, we don't die. I kind of like that. If we lose to Megastan, which is a possibility, we do only have the 3 hearts, I will probably just run away. Because when we revive outside the room, which would be cheapo, I admit, but other than wearing 8 rings, there's nothing special about her jewelry. She's very much a 2000 nerd's idea of an alt girl. This is true. Now, because she is a vampire and a primogen, I do find it amusing that she's probably like over 200 years old. So she's like, very much, hello my fellow teens. Like, it kind of works from a character standpoint. Oh, dip! We just completely no-sold Satan. Jim Ghastly could wipe off her makeup and go see the prince in a suit. Not incorrect. I'm gonna grab myself a little bit of orange juice. I'm gonna take a little bit of a stretch, and then we're gonna talk. And I'm gonna give me 2 minutes, because since we're gonna be talking, I can have the cigarette while we're talking. But I do want to get a little bit of a stretch, and I do want to take care of some bio stuff. But I will be right back. Gem Ghastly, responsible business. Oh my God, she's Corp Goth. She's Corp Punk. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'll be back. I... Wow, I don't know what I've done. I feel like... Holly, I feel like I've cursed you somehow. That's... I didn't think that you were gonna take to Gem quite so hard. Shit, now I actually gotta check her art again to make sure I'm remembering this correctly. Oh my god, she's so tame. I hate it. She is so like, hello my fellow teens. Ah, shit. What's her special? You and Gem may play cards that require Ventru as if Gem were a Ventru. Oh my god, she is a sensible businesswoman. There's no available lore for Gem Ghastly. There's gotta be some reason why they gave her that particular ability. Now, Dulcina Euphona, she takes control of Ventru and makes them her bitch. So, oh, Drusilla, Drusilla, Euphona. Oh shit, I cannot remember her name, and I hate that. I'm not gonna look that. In fact, you know what? It's probably like a really bad idea that I look that up right now. Now that I think about it, the more that I think about it, that's probably not something that I need to check. I like that Gem can play cards too, like a treat. Well, the way that Vitez works is that, like, as a Methuselah, like the player. The actual players, like, you don't really get to do very much directly in Vitez. You tend to do most everything through your minions. So, like, you do get, like, your one master phase action per turn. So you've got, like, that one card that you can play. And I think you can play master phase out of turn, like, one card, but it uses up your next slot. So mostly it's going to be, like, it's your minions that are playing cards, not really you. Okay. Well, we did that run. So we're gonna talk for a little bit. I'm gonna put some prefaces on our talk. The first preface I want to make is that although things are not okay, neither are they... What's the word that I want? What's the word that I want? I can think of the word that I want in Japanese, but I can't think of it in English. I am not in immediate danger, I guess, would be the way to put that. Like, I don't want people to think that I'm going to do anything more foolish than I've already done. I'm not suddenly going to disappear. So there's that. However, we're gonna have some CWs on this one. For self-harm and injury? So I want anybody who feels like they are not in a place where they could listen to a little bit of talk on that topic, Do not feel beholden that you need to be here. I would rather you protect your health and safety than, you know, stick it out as a show of support. But that is also something kind of like why I wanted to be a little bit more upfront about this, as to allow people to make decisions as to if they want to be around. So yeah. Basically, what's been going on is that for a long time, but particularly in the last few months, my brain meats have been like, hey, you know what would be a really good idea? A really good idea would be if we took our box cutter and started working on our arms with those. And so that happened, and it's up until now has been fairly small stuff. You know, things will probably leave a scar, but nothing as bad as I've seen on people. And then my brain meats were like, today, why are you fucking around with this? You should really do this if you're gonna do it. And I went like really deeper than is probably a great idea. Like where I could see the fat. And underneath, there was a lot of blood. I had to get stitches. I almost didn't, because my brain meats were like, no, this is fine. This is okay. Just run it under a cold tap. If you need to, you could go out and buy bandages, but really, you could just wrap that up with a sleeve, and you'll be fine. And I was like, yeah, but I don't think so. And really, honestly, I did need to have it closed, because I was an infection hazard, and that's... like, I had washed it out, but it was pretty deep, and it was pretty wide. So that's how I spent my afternoon. At the doctor's. They were very interested. The nurse, who had her own collection of scars, I noticed, was like, how'd you get these cuts? Were you cutting raw meat? And I was like, I don't know if you're making a joke or not, but let's just go with that. I mean, I think it's... I should hope that they understood. I didn't really want to talk about it with them, and I pushed back whenever they asked, which is maybe not the best idea, but I was kind of afraid that if I was like, oh yeah, I did this to myself, that they would put me in observation. And like, missing a day of work is one thing, but missing like a week of work, that's not really something that's doable for me. Also, I don't think they'd let me shave. And that would be probably worse for my mental health than anything else that's going on. So that's what's been going on recently. It's not like a daily thing, but it is something that's been happening, and it's not great. It's a very weird, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it is me doing this. I am choosing to do this thing. But it also, at the same time, feels like it's already being done. Like, I don't know how to explain that those two emotional states exist superimposed on top of one another, but it kind of does your head in a little bit. I'd like to say that I've learned my lesson and I shan't be doing that again, because, like, really, like, honestly and seriously, like, I can't afford to be paying $100 every time I go to get stitches. I ain't got that kind of money. But the last time that I cut myself, I said I wasn't going to do it again. And the time before that, I said I wasn't going to do it again. And here we are. So, like, this is all kind of a lot. And I really need to move up my timetable for whatever the fuck it is that I'm doing with my life, and quick. Because this is clearly not working. So we talked about, like, on the last stream, Evelyn, you weren't here for the last stream, but we talked about, like, how I'm gonna try to get back to the US for, like, a couple of weeks in the summer, and I want to go to Planned Parenthood, and I don't know if I could set up, like, HRT in one couple week vacation, but, like, I need to be doing active forward movement on my transition, because that's definitely a big piece of this. The body stuff, and this is something that has worried me and has worried me each time that this has happened, is that, like, I didn't feel it, like, beyond just, oh, that feels like a scratch. Certainly not to the extent of how deep I had cut myself. So, like, the fact that I am so far pulled away from my own body that I could do that much damage to myself and, like, really honestly not notice it, that's a big worry. Because, like, pain is a limiting agent. You generally don't do things because they hurt. So, like, I don't think it's a really great idea that my brain meats are like, oh, I can do that and it doesn't hurt. Like, they probably didn't even really need to put in the anesthetic when they did the stitches, because, like, I didn't feel it when the needle was going in. Didn't even notice it at all. So, like, this is very much mind-body stuff. I need to do something about this meat suit that I'm in. It is critical. That's the word I was looking for before. It needs to happen soon. So I don't know. I'm not looking at chat. I hope that none of y'all are swearing or anything. I can't talk and think and read at the same time. So that's kind of where I am right now, and I want people to know so that they can make decisions. You can make decisions as to whether or not you still want to spend time here with me. Because I feel kind of fucked up, and I don't know how healthy I am, and I I don't want anyone to be harmed because you're sharing space with me. So I figured that you should know what's going on so that you can decide if this is a safe environment for you to be in. Because I'd rather that you were safe than here. So that's that. That's the talk. I hate it. I hate all of this. I'm so tired. I am so tired. I don't know what to do. Thank you, Holly. Thank you. You too, Jill. So, yeah. That's why we didn't do LBP tonight, because I didn't want this to be part of that. We'll probably be doing that on Thursday. I will be here. I'm not, like, going anywhere. I don't want folks to think I'm just gonna, like, you know, that's not this, I don't think. I don't want that to be this. But, yeah. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. Except it sucks. Doctors are gonna tell me tomorrow if I got sepsis. There should be no reason that I should have sepsis. I've got, like, alcohol here. I cleaned that shit out. I actually, like, I took a shower after, because I was like, I hadn't had a shower yet, and I stunk. And, like, I didn't want to be going to the hospital all, like, Raggedy Ann and shit. So I took a shower and got cleaned up, so there was, like, a gap. When I went to see the doctor, and she's like, when did this happen? And I was like, about 2 hours ago. And she's like, are you lying to me? I'm like, what do you mean? Am I lying to you? Why would I lie about that? So bizarre. I have a lot on my mind, but first of all, I'm here to stay with you. You're a really wonderful person, and despite this, and I'm here to stay. And support you as you've supported me and others. I wish the absolute best in taking care of yourself, not to leave physically. I'm really sorry to hear that you're going through all this. I wish you all the best. Evelyn, I was, like, I don't want to single you out, but you're like you're the youngest person here, and like it's really important to me that I do right by you specifically. As there's a responsibility here, you know. I am the adult. It means a lot to me that you're willing to support me, and your support and your well wishes mean a lot to me. But I do want you to think about what's best for you as well. And if at the end of that and you feel like it's still, this is an environment that's okay for you, then you are welcome here as always. But I want you particularly to be careful. You've got a lot on your plate as it is. But thank you. Thank all of you. It's not. This wasn't really a. wasn't really the talk that I wanted to have. Wanted to have more exciting, happy talk, but yeah. You know what you want to hear like a real thing? I think Julie, you'll appreciate this the most because you're in the U.S. So well, no, I mean Evelyn, you're in the U.S. as well, but you're not probably paying health bills yet. So I said it was 9,700 yen, right? To get all this stuff done. 7,700 yen of that was just because I had shown up at the emergency room without a referral. Which is like, yeah, it's an emergency room. Why would I have a referral when I have an actual emergency? But when you think about that, what that means is that 6 stitches was 20 bucks. We'll have to exchange some emails about your trip to the States. Yes. Yes. I need to do a little bit of researching. Like, the actual trip itself, I don't think is going to be a particularly big issue, beyond just, like, the logistics. But I want to make sure, like, when I talk to my folks about this, and I feel a little bit of a way about this, because when I talked to them about it, and this was an honest reasoning, it just wasn't the only reasoning. And I was talking with them about, like, you know, they're getting older, and my uncle is old, and I want to see everybody while they're still healthy, because they are thankfully healthy still. That's at least one thing that I don't need to worry about right at the moment. But the other half of this is that there's some stuff for myself that I want to get sorted. And like I want to make sure that I can get those ducks in a row, but what we're thinking is I really want to do this in like the summer at the latest, upstate New York, because I told my folks that I didn't want to go to South Carolina because South Carolina is a fucking mess. And also, like, there's no way my uncle would come down to South Carolina. He's too old for that. And I do want to see him. But upstate New York in the summer is just fucking beautiful, and I just want to drive through it. Honestly, like, I miss that. I wouldn't want to live there, because upstate New York is also kind of a mess. We just have, like, New York City to kind of balance things politically. But upstate, well, it's like Milwaukee, Milwaukee, and then outside of Milwaukee for Wisconsin. But yeah, I don't want this to be in the winter. I don't want to do another winter trip. Those are miserable. Oh, it's Claire. Yeah, we kind of. It's kind of been a thing. Evelyn says, I'll keep this in mind and think on it, but I firmly believe that my answer will be the same about staying here and support in community and continuing to support you. That's all I can ask for, Evelyn. That's honestly all I can ask for. And as long as you're putting the thought in, and you can be sure that you're making a safe decision. Holly's got to go to sleep. We'll have to be up early. Holly, thank you so much. And I do, referring back to Holly's message to you, I second that message. Everything is okay. It's just very messy. I've been having a keeping in my heart next to Gem Ghastly. Oh my god, we're gonna kill each other. Um, me and Gem duking it out. I've been having a series of mental health crises, I guess you could say, that have kind of rolled into a larger one, and self-harm was involved, and like just it's okay in the sense that like I'm not in danger now. Like things are stable at this moment. But like the fact that I am here and having to talk about this is a pretty good sign that things are like not broadly speaking okay. But at the very least I'm safe. So there's that. But I'm gonna have this cigarette, and then I'm probably gonna put a ribbon on the stream. Thank you, Claire. Claire, are you doing okay? Has your things going on like with the I don't want to give out too much information, but I think that you've mentioned what was going on with your hubby here. So, like, is he safe? Is he out of the hospital yet? There's an aware of pondering, questioning many things, being at this for when it's here now. Originally came out to close friends 6 months ago, and parts of me are still unsure, and I've been a lot and unsafe. But I haven't done harm to myself, and I'm just trying to figure out what's best and what to do with all this. It's a hard situation. And I want to keep things stable so that like you and your situation and Holly and hers and other folks who may not be queer but are dealing with their own, you know, plates of spaghetti, so to speak, do have like a safe spot. But I dig that you've got plates and plates. Hubby's doing better. We have a potential home date. That is excellent news. That is wonderful news. Yeah, this year is like, I don't know, like I kind of feel like Claire, it's like there's been no pause, you know, Claire? Like 2020 was a lot, and then like we all kind of got to 2021, and it was just like, okay, so 2020 is behind us, and we could figure out what's next. And then 2021 happened, and then 2022 happened, and it's just like there's no respite. There's no, like, I kind of feel like if we all just had some space to just deal with all of the things that have happened, that we would all be better off, but none of us get that opportunity. When's the next stream planned? I want to try to hop in if I can. The next stream will be Thursday night. We will be doing LBP. I'm going to keep things like just nice and light. We're going to be working in create mode, playing around with cameras because I have to fix the progress that we lost when the game crashed at the end of the last stream. But we will be here. I will be here. That's something that I wanted to make clear to people, that I know that like it's a lot to process, and it's been a lot for me too, but like this isn't a, oh, you're never gonna see me again kind of thing. You know, I'm not planning to do anything drastic. It's definitely been a rough 3 years, difficult and harsh. It's been for a lot of us, and some more than others. Yeah. And it's hard because it's like, because good things have happened too, you know? And that's like the frustrating part, is that there have been some like really big amazing things in my life, and I haven't had like the space to respect them either. Like they just kind of get buried along with everything else. That we're still trying, you know, like still plugging away. Gonna be here tomorrow, and I'm gonna be here Thursday. I mean, I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow. I mean, like I will be on the planet tomorrow. Like I'm not suddenly gonna disappear. And I'll, you know, just keep on setting small goals. Make sure, like, okay, we make it to the next day. That's all right. That's a success. Then gonna make it to the next one, and that'll be a success too. And if I gotta make the goals smaller, then I gotta make them smaller. But yeah, like I don't want to go anywhere. Is the thing, you know? Like it's a very weird, jumbly space to be in. Mentally, but it's like I'm very committed to this idea of not being dead. Seems like a great idea. I want to keep trying it out. So there's that, you know. You take that to the bank. Don't take it to the bank, because the bank is just gonna they're not gonna They're gonna put that in a vault, and they're not gonna give it back. Don't take that to the bank. Put it in like a garden or something. There's got to be a better metaphor than take it to the bank. Cause when's the bank ever helped me? The bank ain't done shit for me. Oofta. Alright. I'm talking silly nonsense right now. I'll admit though, this has me thinking about my own situation a bit. I'm really hoping the best for you in your situation. I'll definitely see if I could drop in on Thursday and give some continued support and such. You're always welcome on this end. There's always going to be a spot for you. If you feel like this is a place that you can be, then we will be here for you. We will support you. If you can't do it all, it's okay to do a step. If a shower is too hard, wash your hands. It's okay to do things halfway. This is true, and it's very good advice. It's very good advice. At the very least, showers. I'm pretty good with showers, but yeah. Alright, folks. I don't really know what else to say except to just thank you. Yeah, like, I feel like there should be bigger words than that, but that's the purest way that I could say it. Just, I appreciate that you're here. I appreciate that you're in my life. I love y'all. It's always felt like a really nice and supportive community, one where I felt completely accepted, before and after my own things. Thank you for building this and keeping it together and going. Love you too, Jelly Bean. I love all y'all. I will have a good night. I'm gonna sleep. I tell you what, because I am completely shagged, and I want to get the hospital stuff sorted as soon as possible. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. I look forward to seeing all of you as always. I will ask you, as I always do, take what care you can of yourselves and your meat suits. Get the water, get some food. Even if it's not good food, just get something in your belly. If you've got medications, please try to be taking them as close to schedule as possible, but remember, especially now from me, that you have touched my life very deeply, and others as well, I am absolutely certain. And we want you to be well, we want you to be safe, we want you to have joy in your life. It's very easy to feel very alone, but there are people rooting for you. I'm just one of them, but I am one of them. And that does it for us here, This Go About. So, from me, Risco here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.